Imagine a classroom where every student comes from a peaceful planet, where danger is a distant memory. Now picture the moment when a new student arrives, one who hails from a world known as a death world. What happens when the most feared species in the galaxy steps into a classroom full of timid aliens? Will they embrace her, or will fear take over? Today, we dive into the incredible story of Diana, the human who astonished her classmates and turned their understanding of life upside down. As the classroom buzzed with chatter, Mr. Cairo, the towering 8-foot-tall alien teacher, stood at the front, his antlers casting shadows on the walls. Today was different. There was an air of anticipation that made the students restless. Mr. Cairo cleared his throat, and the room fell silent. "Class, I have an important announcement," he began, his voice deep and resonant. "As you all know, our galaxy has recently welcomed a new race into the Galactic Council, humans." The students exchanged nervous glances, whispers filling the air. They had heard tales of humans being fierce and terrifying, creatures that thrived in environments that would spell doom for most other species. "Today we will have a human joining our class," Mr. Cairo continued, his eyes scanning the room for reactions. The students froze, their expressions a mix of fear and curiosity. Aaliyah, the only carnivore in the class, raised her hand hesitantly. "Mr. Cairo, is it true what they say about humans? Are they really as dangerous as everyone claims?" "Indeed," Mr. Cairo replied, his tone serious. "Humans are the only sentient race known to have originated from a death world. They have survived in conditions that would be inhospitable for most life forms." The students listened intently as Mr. Cairo explained the concept of a death world, planets characterized by extreme dangers, such as violent predators, toxic flora, and unpredictable weather. The more he spoke, the more the students' imaginations ran wild with images of terrifying beasts and treacherous landscapes. Just as the tension reached its peak, there was a knock at the door. The classroom fell silent, and all eyes turned to the entrance. The door swung open, revealing a figure that was both familiar and foreign. Diana stepped in, her presence commanding attention. With 2 eyes on the front of her face, a nose, and a mouth, she looked like a blend of the creatures they had studied, yet distinctly human. Her hair, a dark cascade, contrasted with the vibrant colors of the alien students around her. "Greetings, everyone," Diana said, her voice warm and inviting. "My name is Diana, and I'm a human from the planet Earth in the Sol system. I'm 17 years old and excited to be here." The students were taken aback. This was not the fierce creature they had imagined. Instead, they saw a young woman eager to connect. Murmurs spread through the classroom as they processed her introduction. "Are you really from a death world?" one student asked, his voice trembling slightly. "Yes," Diana replied, nodding. "Earth is considered a predator-class death world. We have a variety of dangerous animals, toxic plants, and natural disasters. But we've learned to adapt and thrive." Diana shared more about her home. The students leaned in closer, captivated by her stories. She explained how humans had evolved to become omnivores, capable of eating both plants and meat. "Really? You can eat both?" Aaliyah asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Absolutely. We've been hunting and farming for thousands of years," Diana explained. "In fact, many of the animals that once roamed Earth are now extinct due to human activity. We've created wildlife preserves to protect what's left." The class was silent, absorbing the information. Mr. Cairo, who had been skeptical about the existence of omnivores, found himself questioning everything he thought he knew. How is it possible for a species to survive in such a hostile environment? He pondered aloud. Diana shrugged, a playful smile on her face. "It's all about resilience. We've faced challenges that would break most species, but we've learned to adapt. Our history is filled with wars, natural disasters, and conflicts, but we've always found a way to move forward." The bell rang, signaling the end of the class. Diana felt a mix of excitement and nerves as she headed to her first physical education class. The gym instructor, Mr. Coker, was known for his tough demeanor and high expectations. "All right, everyone, today we're going to start with a lap around the gym," he announced, eyeing the students. "And I expect you all to give it your best." Diana stood at the back, a confident grin on her face. "Just one lap? That's easy," she said, surprising her classmates. As the whistle blew, the students took off, but Diana remained calm. With a burst of speed, she shot past her classmates, her feet barely touching the ground. Within seconds, she had completed the lap, leaving everyone in awe. Mr. Coker's jaw dropped. "How did you—" he stammered, unable to comprehend what he had just witnessed. The other students stopped running, their eyes wide with disbelief. Diana laughed, her energy infectious. "On Earth, we run in much heavier gravity. This feels like a breeze." After gym class, Diana found herself sitting with Tyler, another human who had transferred to the school. They shared stories about their experiences, laughing at the cultural differences they encountered. "Can you believe they don't even know what an earthquake is?" Tyler chuckled, shaking his head. Diana smiled, feeling a sense of camaraderie. "It's wild. I mean, earthquakes are just a part of life for us. But here, it's like they've never even considered the possibility." Their friendship blossomed as they navigated the challenges of being the only humans in a school full of aliens. They exchanged stories about their lives, their families, and the strange foods they missed from Earth. As they walked through the halls, Diana noticed the curious glances from her classmates. Some were still wary, but others were beginning to warm up to her. She felt a sense of belonging that she hadn't expected. As days turned into weeks, Diana's presence began to change the dynamics of the classroom. Students who had once been fearful of her started to approach her with questions, eager to learn more about Earth and its inhabitants. Mr. Cairo, too, found himself fascinated by Diana's insights. He often stayed after class to discuss human history and culture, eager to understand the complexities of a species that had thrived against all odds. "Your history is unlike anything I've ever read," he admitted one day, his eyes wide with wonder. "How did you manage to overcome such adversity?" Diana smiled, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "It's all about learning from our mistakes. We've had our share of conflicts, but we've also made incredible advancements. We're a resilient species, and we believe in progress." As the school year progressed, Diana and her classmates continued to learn from one another. The once fearful students began to see her as a friend rather than a threat. They engaged in discussions about their cultures, shared meals, and even participated in joint activities that celebrated their differences. Diana's journey was just beginning, and she knew that her presence in this alien school would leave a lasting impact. She was not just a human among aliens, she was a bridge between worlds, fostering understanding and friendship in a galaxy filled with diversity. Diana's journey has just begun, and her presence is already changing the dynamics of the classroom. As she continues to bridge the gap between worlds, what new adventures and challenges await her and her friends? Will they uncover more about each other's cultures, or will misunderstandings arise? Join us next time as we explore the next chapter in Diana's incredible story. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. What do you think will happen next? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep dreaming and exploring the unknown.